Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back once again to another video on the channel. So today, guys, we've got some Xdefiant gameplay in the background. This is a game, obviously, I've been looking forward to for a long time. It's not really marketed itself as a Call of Duty killer, but that's kind of like, what everybody's saying, and I can understand why that is the case. It's a very fast-paced first-person shooter game. It hasn't really got kill streaks, but it's kind of got, like, abilities, and over the course of a match, depending on how well you do, you kind of get an ultimate ability, and that's kind of like it's kind of like the kill streak system in the game. It's not a kill streak, it's not a score streak, but that's kind of the thing we've got in there. As you can see, the map in the background, I'm playing, extremely colourful, nice, color palette for me. I'm sick of like all the greys, browns, blacks, very, very, dark colours, which we've seen in, a lot of the recent Call of Duty games. It's nice to have a bright, vibrant map. So this game is kind of aiming to recapture the Call of Duty of old days. So pretty much anything up to Black Ops 3, you could argue Black Ops 4. Anything, prior to those games, that's kind of what it's looking at. This kind of reminds me a lot of how the game plays compared to Battlefield 4. Sorry, Battlefield 4? What am I saying, Battlefield 4? Clearly not Battlefield 4. It kind of reminds me back to like Black Ops 2. The time to kill in this game is extremely quick. It's kind of inconsistent as well, not going to lie. There is issues with this game. As it is, again, it's an open beta, even though, the likes of me and other people who had played through, the alpha, pre-alpha, we've had access a day longer than other people. I've not been playing this game for as long as I, ideally wanted. Again, I've got a full-time job, single dad, full-time single dad to my son, Isaac. So, playing video games, obviously, isn't more important than, taking care of my family. So, obviously, that comes first. So, yeah, I've not played it as much as I like. Obviously, I've played it enough to kind of understand what this game's trying to be, and what it's trying to be is, in my opinion, it wants to take all those old school disgruntled players like myself. A lot of people on my channel, feel the exact same way about COD, hence why I've got like 30,000 subscribers, even though my YouTube channel's pretty dead now, because obviously we're all getting older. We all don't game as much as what we once did. So it's let's kind of word it this way. I can jump on this game, I can play it for an hour, have a fun time. And the background you're seeing me in the background, guys. Another problem, you can't like if you don't press F to respawn and then you go into the scoreboard screen and press F, it messes it up. There's kind of lots of little things, wrong with this game, but again, as I clear my throat, they're going to get it better. The hit detection on this game, it kind of seems a bit weird. It's like the hitboxes sometimes aren't there, and then other times they are. Sometimes you laser beam people instantly, and then other times, like there, for example, I shot first, I died first. We're both using the ACR weapon. There's no reason why I should have died there. So, again, I understand that Mark Rubin's been very active on Twitter, saying that he's acknowledging these issues. Hopefully, it's just because it's the open beta. A lot of people are playing this game more so than ever before. Obviously, the hit detection is better than what it once was. I think that's kind of the biggest problem. The hit reg and the hit boxes on the characters right now, something isn't right with them all. Now, what I think they need to do, they definitely need to take a look at the scoring system. I think the scoring system doesn't reward objective players, as you're going to see. Throughout this game, I'm on the objective. I'm trying to do, what's needed to be done to win this game. And unfortunately, my team lose. We only just lose, but there's somebody who gets like 60-odd kills, which again, he's done a great job trying to be top fragger. But then there's other people where they kind of, not really got that many kills, and they're just kind of not playing the objective. Again, this is what used to happen in Call of Duty years ago, and obviously we're seeing it right here, even though there's no kind of kill streak, so I don't really understand why people play that way, but nonetheless, you play the game, you can play exactly how you want. It's therefore then up to the developers to actually make sure that the players are actually rewarded for playing the objective. If you're playing Team Deathmatch, something like that, fair enough, doesn't really matter. Do what you want, but when you're playing something like Domination, Hardpoint, stuff like that, at least get the points right for the game. Instead of having the top player as just the top player who's got the most kills, maybe do something like what Battlefield 2042 does. It highlights, certain key factors, what have happened before a match. So, in this case, it'd be, top points gathered on point. which, again, I get more points than, you know, everybody on my team and everybody on the enemy team. But unfortunately, we lose because we've got a couple of selfish people who just want to, you know, stand there and just get kills and nothing else. Again, this has happened for years. I just think that they need to make playing the objective a lot more rewarding than what it does now. The connections I've already talked about. And really, guys, you know, it's just a fun game which doesn't take itself too seriously. And ultimately, you know, Call of Duty, what it used to be was an arcade first-person shooter. That's all we had. You know, a fun, fast, fairly basic first-person shooter. And that is exactly what this game does. There's a lot of criticism out there of this game saying it's too basic. It needs a Battle Royale game. It needs a DMZ or something like that. I'm like, guys, you've already got your, you know, Warzone. You've got your DMZ. You know, just go and play those games. You know, why does every game now have to have a frigging Battle Royale game attached to it? You know, Ubisoft, the team who's making this game, you know, Xdefiant devs, don't listen to any of the Warzone bots out there. Anybody who wants this game to be anything other than just, you know, basically a Call of Duty clone. Because that's ultimately what's got you to the point you've got to today. Everybody who knows about this game, its marketing is around, it's a first-person shooter, what is fun to play and extremely fast-paced. We don't want any intricacies. You know, the creator class system you've got on the game is perfect. You know, there's enough there to mix it up, but then it's not overly complicated like the Gunsmith where you've got hundreds of different attachments which at some point get monetized into, right, okay, it's going to take you 3 days to unlock this weapon, or you can go to the store and actually buy one, and it's already got the best class set up anyway. There's already rumours around that, you know, Activision are actually killing off Warzone, the first ever Warzone. They've rebranded Warzone 2 to Warzone, and they're killing off the original Warzone. Why are they doing that? Well, because there's lots of people still playing the original Warzone who's got all those skins. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that a live service game, Warzone, is being killed off by Activision. People have spent thousands, and I'm not joking, people have spent thousands on skins. They're going to lose them. So, yeah. Diablo 4, I'm enjoying that game. I'm obviously going to enjoy, you know, Xdefiant for a long time. Again, brand new IP, open beta. Well, Mark's already come out on Twitter, Mark Rubin, and said that there's going to be further improvements upon the game's release. You know, there's going to be higher texture resolutions, which is going to be nice. Again, I don't think the game looks, you know, bad. It just looks dated. But again, I'd take gameplay over graphics every single day of the week. So, ultimately, you guys, girls, let me know, you know, what your thoughts are on Xdefiant. I'm excited for this game's future. Hopefully they keep true to the promise, which, again, is, you know, making it like an old-school Call of Duty game, which at no point have they marketed it that way, but, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, you know, what their marketing strategy is. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We keep it light-hearted here on the channel, very opinionated. Sometimes you agree with me, sometimes you don't, but again, you're always going to get what I think. All right, love you all. Take it easy. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. And remember to smash that like button.